Good morning. My name is Charles Osborne III, and I am Managing Director of Norton Commons. Mr. Mayor, Adam, David, Kevin, guests, friends, and neighbors, welcome to Norton Commons. Welcome to Norton Commons, and thanks to each of you for joining together to acknowledge and celebrate this edition of an exciting and unique new business partner, Lucina Health, to our community and our neighborhood. Lucina is exciting and unique not only because their product is new and cutting edge, but just as importantly, they're about improving the future through improving health, improving lives, and having an impact on the way people live. And that resonates with us at Norton Commons because we share many of those goals and objectives. Better lives, better health, better living for a better future. As you look around and hopefully have a time to visit the neighborhood, we hope that you can't help but notice that this isn't a bad place to live. Hopefully it's a great place to work, and hopefully a great place for enjoying life. So maybe in some way our common goals of improving lives help Lucina make a decision to locate in Norton Commons. At any rate, we're certainly glad they're here. That said, I'm going to turn it over to Adam Beam with Lucina Health. Adam, thank you very much for locating in Norton Commons.
Thank you, Charles. Good morning, and again, welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for Lucina Health. My name is Adam Beam. I'm Business Development Director at Lucina. And since I've joined the team, we've been at a nonstop sprint, so this milestone achievement is definitely worth celebrating. Having a background in Medicaid, I was no stranger to the issues around preterm birth, maternal health, and infant health in the United States. When I started to learn a bit about what Lucina was doing in this space, I was very inspired and motivated to be part of a team that was focused on a very vulnerable population. When I first met Kevin Bramer for a potential job interview, I was employed at the time. I was very comfortable in my role at a Fortune 100 job, and he warned me about the risk of a startup. But I went into the meeting already knowing a bit about Kevin. I had read about him years ago, and I was very familiar with his success and his 25 years experience as a healthcare entrepreneur. I knew he had a great success rate with growing business, especially businesses focused around complex issues. So I went in and I was aligned with the mission and the vision of the company and ultimately sold on the leadership. But still a little bit risk averse. I was hesitant about joining a startup until I actually sat and talked with Kevin. And for those of you who've had the pleasure of speaking with Kevin, you know he's very energetic and passionate, and he shared a lot of personal stories about the solution that we've developed here at Lucina. So I think those of you who have had a chance to meet him, you would understand that the next day I turned in my 2-week notice and started my journey here at Lucina. So thank you. Kevin comes in with a lot of knowledge and experience, and has been extremely instrumental with the pace and the amount of ground we've covered in such a short amount of time. So please, without further ado, give a hand to Kevin Bramer, our President and CEO.
Well, certainly thank you for everybody for coming out today. I know that we're all very busy, and as an entrepreneur, I'm ready to get our folks back to work right away. So get to work. Anyway, but again, thank you. There's a variety of people here today that make this journey possible for us. Dr. Tom Garrity's standing right in front of us, and he's our medical director, and he actually should be standing up here with us because without Tom, honestly, I don't know that we'd be here today. He and I had a conversation about a year ago, and it was a very tough one. And we're taking on a very tough issue, which is the whole idea of improving women's health with the intention of obviously resolving preterm birth. And to be quite frank, we're not the best country in the world. We're actually don't even rank in the top 30. We're actually about, around that edge. The maternal and fetal mortality rates are some of the worst in the world, and I hope nobody's falling and getting hurt over there while we're saying that. But we identified this problem and said there's got to be a solution. And after meeting with our investors, Arboretum and Kresge and Chrysalis and the folks there, and also meeting with Tom and a group of medical directors across the country that he's assembled on our behalf, we decided to take on a very complex challenge. And the journey began about a year ago. And we found ourselves in a situation where we believed we had to have an IT platform that could potentially help us understand exactly where a woman was in her pregnancy, with the intention of being able to help predict at some level whether or not she was going to deliver early. And for those of you who don't know, 70% of all children delivered at a preterm birth level, those rank among the highest of infant mortality. So the concept here is to get these women to a position where they can deliver near to 40 weeks. And we can do that. This is not impossible. The folks I've met along the way, the NICU nurses, the folks from Choose Well that are passionate about this mission, we can solve this problem. Believe it or not, infant mortality and preterm birth can change. But we've also got to recognize the problem, and socially, to some extent, we don't see it as a problem. Well, today I'm here to tell you it is a problem, and we've got to resolve it. And our intention is to find a way to get that done. And we believe with our technology, with the help of Intel, who's actually right across the street, our partners at Passport, who've helped us develop this technology over the last year, and the folks that you see here behind me and the team that we've assembled with the intention of building an amazing company, we can get this done. And we just are proud to be a part of Louisville. We're proud to be a part of this community. We're proud to be a part of Norton Commons. We believe this is a great opportunity and a great place for us to be, George, and we really appreciate that. Thank you for your time today and coming out and helping us with this ceremony. So with that said, I'll just say thank you, because I think the intentionality of you being here today represents a very big beginning for something that's very powerful, because this is not just a company. This is about community support. It's about a vision for a healthier community. I've worked with Greg for a long time, and I think the passion he shares with this community is not just words. It's intentions, and we're behind him, and I know he's behind us, and I just want to say thank you for coming out today and spending time with us. And so thank you very much.
Thank you, Kevin. Our next speaker is also very active in the community. He's David Jones Jr. is the founding partner of Chrysalis Ventures, which also has an investment in Lucina. He's a very well-known philanthropist and chairman of the board of Jefferson County Public Schools. Please give a hand for David Jones Jr.
Thank you, Adam. It's a real pleasure for me to be here, and I am really here to share my excitement about Lucina. I want to start by recognizing my Chrysalis colleagues who are here. First, Coleman Karleski, who has had the laboring oar in working with Lucina through the creation and the definition. My partner at Chrysalis, Charlie Crawford, who has had a big role in this. Jeremy Bertel, our CFO. Dana Legans, my assistant, without whom none of this would be possible. So thank you all for being out here. Chrysalis has a lot of fun working with new healthcare information technologies. We're working with an incredible company that helps grown-ups figure out how to manage the stress of modern living and be resilient. We're working on the seemingly boring question, but actually really important, of helping people sign up for health insurance and get enrolled properly and get rolling. And we've got one of our most fun projects is about helping kids in elementary school classrooms get the wiggles out and their teachers maintain their sanity and begin healthy lives where they can be engaged with education and with their bodies and with health. So we've got a lot of great stuff that we're working on, but nothing is more exciting than Lucina. And I'll tell you in two simple examples why we're exciting. The first is Lucina is in Louisville. And Adam mentioned I'm chair of the Jefferson County Board of Education. If you walk a couple blocks over that way, you'll see a brand new elementary school going up here in Norton Commons. And if you glance around Norton Commons and have much of a memory of the fields that used to be here, you will realize that the growth and the prosperity that is represented here creates the tax flows that enable us to build schools and to prepare for educating and caring for the next generation. It's all a big circle. Into that, we really need successful entrepreneurs to really move the needle, to create not just impact, but also wealth, so that we can afford in our community staying world class. So I'm thrilled that we have this entrepreneurial project going on here. I'm also thrilled, though, with what the company is doing. In my civic passion, which is education, I have a chance to see the downstream impact of preterm births. And there are a lot of children in the schools with severe cognitive or physical disabilities that could have been avoided if they had had early and appropriate maternal and child care. The challenge is finding them. That challenge is what Lucina works on. So one of the things that the mayor and I have worked on recently is expanding pre-K education, pre-K child care. These are really important. Pre-K is great, but pre-birth is better. Pre-birth care really gets in front of a lot of problems, and that is what Lucina is doing, and I am just thrilled that Chrysalis is a part of this adventure. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Our final speaker is also well known in the community, also an entrepreneur, and responsible for a lot of job growth in Louisville. Please join me in welcoming our 50th mayor, Mayor Greg Fisher.
Well, thank you, everybody. Charles, thanks for having us out here on this beautiful spring day. I also want everybody to know Dr. Sarah Moyer over here. She's our interim director of public health, well positioned for this particular company as well. So best wishes to you. But there's a lot to admire here about Lucina and what's going on in the city. David's talked about it. Kevin has talked about it. I've got a lot of experience with both of these guys over the years. It's the type of business, obviously, that we want to see here in our city and see more of them in our city as well, because their work not only aligns with our employment goals of good paying jobs based on innovation, but also lines up very well with a couple of our city values around health, physical health in particular, compassion, caring for people and making sure everybody wants to be in the best position to succeed in life. David talked about that, the impact it has with our Jefferson County Public Schools in particular. The kids that have all the advantages, and that could be everything from out of school time to having a healthy mom delivering a baby versus those that don't, and how we as a society end up paying for all that, not just financially, but more importantly in terms of lost human potential as well. So the ability to potentially crack the code on this is something that we're really excited about, and excited about that it's kind of a uniquely Louisville story. And I submit, and we do it all the time, compete with the best companies in the world and win all the time. But having this combination of Intel across the street, Passport, Mark Carter's here today, one of the lead funders with Chrysalis here, and then one of our proven entrepreneurs with Kevin Bramer. Kevin and I spent a lot of time in the trenches together at MedVenture and came out of that in a good spot. That's the way it's supposed to work in a city, where kind of this virtuous circle of innovation all comes together. We expand our partnerships, our capital pools to grow a more prosperous community that benefits everybody. So today's a really good day for the city in many different terms. I want to congratulate everybody for being here. Kevin, I never had the opportunity to give you a proclamation before, so I'm going to do that. This is the city of Louisville honoring Lucina Health on the opening of their new headquarters in Norton Commons. Families near and far will benefit from their innovative approach to improving the health of women and babies. A proud city cheers Lucina on this monumental next step and wishes many years of success to this great Louisville story. Congratulations, buddy. Good job. cutting or something?
Yeah, you got scissors. You're the mayor. Come on, you're the mayor.
Well, I'm usually just kind of standing up there. Am I organizing this? Am I organizing this? Okay, here, we're going to cut a ribbon. Okay. Come on.
This has been a Metro TV production, a public service of Louisville Metro government.